Good morning, guys. God bless you. God bless you. This is Brother Joshua. So, I want to use this medium to quickly give an explanation about the question. The question. So, I said in the book of Job, chapter 18, from verse 5. Job, chapter 18, from verse 5, it says, "Yeah, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him." Now, so I want to explain this Bible verse. So, what is the Bible verse actually saying? So, this is not a metaphor. So many people say in the group when they are commenting that it's a metaphor, when he was saying light, all those things are metaphor. It's not metaphor. So he's trying to explain the mystery of truth and the mystery of existence. He says, "The light of the wicked shall be put out." And when the Bible says the light of the wicked, when it says here the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the sparks of his fire shall not shine. Let me explain something to us. So it's not that place is not metaphor, it's the truth. Let me show you what happens when Noah was born. When Noah was given birth to, let me show you what happened when Noah was given birth to. And look at something. Methuselah took a wife for his son. This is the book of Enoch. So in the book of Enoch, so around chapter 9, that you are going to see where Noah was born. See, Methuselah took a wife for his son Lamech, and she bore him a child, a man child. The body of the baby was white as snow and red as a blooming rose, and the hair of his head and his long locks were white as wool, and his eyes like the rays of the sun. When he opened his eyes, he lighted up the whole house like the sun, and the whole house was very full of light. And when he was taken from the hand of the midwife, he opened his mouth and praised the Lord of righteousness. His father Lamech was afraid of him, and fled and came to his own father Methuselah. And he said unto him, "I have begotten a strange son. He is not like a human being, but resembles the children of the angels of heaven. And his nature is different, and he is not like us. His eyes are as the rays of the sun, and his countenance is glorious. And it seems to me that he is not sprung from me, but from the angels. I fear that in his days a wonder may be wrought on earth. And now, my father, I am here to petition thee and implore thee that thou mayest go to Enoch, our father, and learn from him the truth, for his dwelling place is among the angels." And Methuselah, listen, this is where am I now? And Methuselah heard the words of his son, and went to Enoch to the ends of the earth, and he cried aloud, "Enoch!" And Enoch heard his voice, and appeared before him, and asked him the reason of his coming. Methuselah told him the cause of his anxiety, and requested him to make the truth known to him. Enoch answered and said, The Lord will do a new thing in the earth. There will come a great destruction on the earth, and a deluge for 1 year. This son who is born unto thee will be left on the earth, and his 3 children, and will be saved with him, when all mankind that are on the earth shall die. And there will be a great punishment on the earth, and the earth will be cleansed from all its impurity. And now make known to thy son Lamech that he was born. That he who was born is in the truth his son, and call his name Noah, for he will be left to you, and he and his children will be saved from the destructions which will come upon the earth. So now what I want to say is this: when Noah was born, I did show you people this place now. It may look as if, where did I get that from? So when Noah was born, his body, the body of Noah was shining like the sun. Somebody will say, the Bible comments on the book of Enoch. You are going to see that in Jude verse 14. He said, "And Enoch, the seventh from Adam, prophesied and said, the Lord cometh with 10,000 of his saints." So when Bible comments on the book of Enoch, which is that place is Jude verse 14. to 18. So he comment on the book of Enoch. So which is comment on the prophecy of Enoch. The prophecy of Enoch also he called the book of Enoch. Now what I want to say is this. So when Noah's body was born, his body begins to shine like the sun. So now when the place is saying that the light of the wicked shall be put out. There is a light that when God creates human being, God created the light inside the body of human being. So the body of human being begins to shine like the light. So there is a chemical reaction taking place in the body of a man when God created Adam in the Garden of Eden. So it is that chemical reaction that produces light in the body. So the body of a human being begins to glow as light. Imagine electric bulb, when there is a light, the electric bulb will be glowing, will be bringing forth, will be emitting light. So that is how that is how Adam and Eve body were glowing with light. They are emitting light in the Garden of Eden. So the body of Adam and Eve was emitting light or bringing out light in the Garden of Eden. So it is when human being has sinned. It is when Adam now sinned. That is when the light now was put out. When Adam sinned, the light was put out from Adam's body. So a human being body like this, our body that you see, supposed to be shining like the sun. So that is what happened to Noah. When Noah was born, his body was shining as the sun. So the reason God made Noah's body to be shining at the sun is because God wanted to do a wonder in the days of Noah. Noah came with an anointing that came directly from Adam. He came with a glory that came directly from Adam. That's why he had the strength of righteousness to be able to do the will of God, so that God would not destroy the world then. So it was like a special child. So now, what am I saying is this? So the body of human being, when God created man, we are bioluminescent. So our body always bring out light, bioluminescence. So our physical body produce light and emits light. So when human beings don't even need the sun for them to have light, because your body will naturally produce light that will illuminate all your environment. So the reason all the angels, if you look at a place in the Bible, according to the book of Luke, according to Luke chapter 2 from verse 7, and she brought forth, okay, let's go to verse 8. And there we are in the same country, shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them, and the glory of the Lord shone round about them, and they were so afraid. So when angels move, the angels, they have light built inside their body system. So the light God built inside, not even angel alone, any being that God created, the angelic world, in the angelic world, any being God created in his image, any being of eternity that God created, God always creates an inbuilt light inside their body system. So they don't need to carry torchlights when they are walking. They don't need to be looking. They don't need the light of the sun for them to be able to live. They have a light that is inbuilt inside their body. So when the demonic world, Lucifer, when Lucifer is in heaven, all the demons now, all the angels of the devil that fell with the devil that fell to hellfire, when they were in heaven, they have a light. There's a light that God built inside their body. So they walk with that light. That's why you see that the angels that appear to the shepherd here, they say, and the glory, the light of the Lord, the glory. There's a light. There's a light of God that come out of their body that shine wherever they are going. So if an angel stood in a town, in a town like this, all the town will be enlightened, will be bright. Their body shine with sun like a sun. So that is what God creates. God doesn't create a being that dwell in darkness. God doesn't create a being that the body will not be light. No, because the nature of God is light. So everything that God creates, the light come out of their body naturally. So God has already built that light inside their body. Somebody might say, is it like that? It's like that. Don't you look at those? When God created man too, God built light inside the body of human being. Human being came from the dust. So there is according to science, there is a particular chemical reaction. When it reacted with water, it produced light. There's a chemical reaction that when that thing reacted with water, it produced light. Let me show you something. So let me show you what this man wanted to do now. Let me show you what this man wants to do. He wants to produce light from just ordinary water. He wants to produce light. The light will glow now. from just water and a chemical Let me show you something here.
Tubes, and we're gonna make a really cool experiment. Let's check this out. First, we're gonna fill it up water in a beaker. It's a distilled water or natural spring water.
That is water, ordinary water.
We're gonna fill up about 40 milliliters of distilled water, just like this. Then we're gonna grab our instant light powder and pour it in there. But first, let's turn off the light so we can see the reaction. So we're gonna pour this stuff in there.
He puts the chemical inside the water. See what will happen.
Like 3 to 4 grams, and look, it's already starting to light up.
Can you see?
If I mix it,
when he puts the chemical inside the water begins to shine. When he puts the chemical,
wow,
do you see?
That's insane.
Do you see? When he put the chemical inside the water begins to glow, begins to shine. So what am I saying is this? You can see, okay, you can see, the water begins to glow, begins to shine, okay. It's just ordinary a water, he puts a chemical inside the water. He put a chemical inside the water and the water begins to shine. He put a chemical inside the water and the water begins to shine like a light. Now, what I want to say is this. So what am I saying is that, so when God created human being body, so there is a way oxygen do react with some chemicals inside our body, and it reacted with the water inside the body inside our body. The oxygen in us reacted with the water inside of us, and the presence of the Holy Ghost inside of man, the presence of God reacted with everything inside of us. Which all those things, all those scientific things, they're also spiritual things. Let me go into it, because it is Spirit of God that created every element. It is Spirit of God that created the dust. It is Spirit of God that created human being. So human being, we're a biological being, we're also a spiritual being. So everything that exists now, that science is discovered now, they are spiritual things, because the whole earth itself is spiritual particles, because it is God which is spiritual. If it's a spirit that created the earth, so if the earth is created by God, and God is a spirit, so the earth is a spiritual substance. So everything present in this earth is spiritual substance. It's both spiritual substance and scientific substance and biological substance. So what am I saying is that, so there is when water reacted with oxygen inside a man's body. Let me show you the reaction. It's a chemical calculation. When water reacted with oxygen in man's body, it caused bioluminescence. So your body begins to shine. So when water reacted with oxygen and it reacted with the presence of God with a chemical substance dwelling inside the human being body, it makes the body to begin to shine. Let me show you something here now. Look at something. So that we have many animals, many insects still on earth that their body still shine like the sun. Their body still shine with still emit this light. So if you look at a fly, there's a particular fly, everybody will know about it. It's in the night that particular fly used to travel. The fly used to fly in everywhere in the night. So the fly will be bringing out light, twine. The fly always bring out light. It's a little fly, it's a little insect like this. It always produce light in the night. So that particular fly I'm talking about that produce light in the night now is made from the dust. His body is made from the dust. How come that ordinary dust in his body can bring out light in the night? It produces light. The light will be beaming. The light will be beaming in the night. How come? It is because human being body, when God created human being body, God imbued light inside our body. So it is that light that will now be shining throughout us. Adam didn't commit sin, the kind of faith, then the light of Adam and Eve will still be there, will not be put out. So all the children of Adam, their light will not be put out. So every human being will be shining like the light. Our body will be shining like the light. So the thing will automatically make the whole earth to be shining, because when all our body is shining like the sun, shining like the light, all the light will come together, will make the whole earth be shining. So if you now go to space, if you go to the galaxy, if you go to the space over in the sky, you will be looking at the earth as the earth will not be shining like a sun. So our earth will be like a star. So our earth now will be like a star, because if you look at all those stars, I want to even talk about the mystery of stars. Some of those stars you see there, they are just mystical. They are not ordinary a star. Some of those stars you see there, some of those stars, they are actually a word. It's like the word, the beings that dwell in those words, all their body, they are shining with the sun, with the light of God. That's why when you look at them from a distance, they begin to shine like a star. They begin to shine. So any human being that dwell on earth, every one of us, our body is shining with the sun, with the light. We're shining with the light. Adam did commit sin. Our body will be shining with that light we're talking about. Now, when that light is not shining from our body, everybody's body is shining with light. So the earth we are standing, everything will be glowing. The trees, the stones, the rock, the sand, everything will be shining with the light. That is how the angelic world they shine. In heaven, there is no sun in heaven. There is no sun. There's no sun in heaven, but the heaven shine with light. This is the light that illuminates the heaven. So any being that commits sin, that sin against God, so that light will be put out. I will still explain how that light can be put out in a being. So when devil in heaven, the body of devil, which is Lucifer in heaven, he was shining with the light also. All the angelic beings, they were shining with the light. Let me show you the name of the chemical that shines light in the body of a creature. According to science, it's called luciferin. So the reaction in the body is luciferin. Let me show you now. Let me show you. Can you see? Can you look at this place? Look at this place. It says, example, fireflies, deep sea jellyfish, and some mushrooms are bioluminescent. That is why fireflies blink at night. Can you see? Fireflies, it blink at night. It blink fire at night. And why some seawater glows blue when disturbed. Look at something. Now, the actual process related now bioluminescence, the actual process or the light itself that's produced. So you did say the bioluminescence of the dinoflagellates made the waves glow blue. Look at something. How it works. This is how it works briefly. Most organism uses a reaction between a molecule called luciferin. So the molecule, the chemical molecule in their body is luciferin. Look at that. And an enzyme called luciferase plus oxygen and ATP. The reaction release energy as light instead of heat, which is why it's called cold light. So which is why I call cold light. So immediately a man commits sin. When those chemicals, instead of the thing to begin to produce light for human body to emit light, it now begins to, instead of light, the thing was now put out. So when the Bible is saying the spark of his light or the spark of his fire shall be put out, he's talking about it is sin. Sin against the will of God, doing your own will, not doing the will of God, following your own way, not following the word of God, that make that light to be put out. That's what happened in Lucifer in heaven. So their light, all the angels that follow Lucifer, they follow their own way. Their light is put out. Their light became off. So when their light became put out, that's why they are not able to bring forth light. They now became darkness. When that place says, look at what that place says. Look at that verse. Let me show you something here. That same Job. Let's go to that Job chapter 5, chapter 18, verse 5. Let me show you verse 5. Chapter 18 from verse 5. Look at something here. It says, yeah, the light of the wicked shall be put out. Say, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire. So the spark, the fire, the thing that produced that fire inside of their body, they say it shall not shine. That thing will stop to shine. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle. Look at that. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle. That tabernacle means in their body. The light shall be dark in their body. It's in their body. That light is in their body. The light shall be dark in their body. And his candle shall be put out within. When he says his candle shall be put out within, in his body, his candle, the chemical, the energy, that power, that presence of God that God put inside their body, inside the human body, or inside the angelic body, those angels that sin against God, say that thing will be put out. That thing will be, so that will be in darkness. So their body now will be in darkness. So that's why they will not be cast into a world. That word is called hell. When they get to hell, there will not be light in there because their body will not be able to produce light in that place. So their body will not be able to produce light. As their body is not produce light, so they will be in darkness. So there is an energy that the desert father entered, that when they enter that energy, it's a journey with God, journey into their apotheosis. It's a journey into the divine nature of God. When they enter that curriculum in the spirit realm, their body begins to glow, their body begins to shine. I can tell you many saints that have received the redemption. Christ came to restore back that light that is put out in man when Adam sinned the Garden of Eden. So there are some saints now that have entered that dimension dimension of what Christ came to give, when they enter that energy of the redemption, their body begins to glow with, like the sun. Go and look at Teresa, Saint Teresa. Go and look at Saint Helena. Go and look at Smith Wigglesworth. They said in the place that he was preaching, his eyes begins to shine like the sun. His face begins to shine like the sun. Then what happens to Jesus Christ on the transfiguration? When he was transfigured, Bible says, and his body begins to shine like the sun. Because that Jesus Christ being transfigured and his body is shining is not a special thing. That it is natural thing for a human being that their body begins to shine. Then what happens to Moses? Bible says when Moses came down from the mountain, his face begins to shine like the sun. The face of Moses begins to shine, and the Israelites cannot look at his face anymore. So the body of a human being, God created light inside the body of a human being. So it is sin, disobedience to God, and wickedness, not doing the will of God, that make that light to be put out. So I will explain more deep about this mystery of this light, how God created the light in human being body, and the usefulness of the light. I'm going to explain it in the next video. God bless you. God bless you.